All right, so last time I showed you how to use VS Code to set up your own GraphQL API that you can query, right? So now we're gonna add another dimension to those queries. You're gonna use variables and parameters. I'm gonna show you how to do that using GraphQL and yeah. So you need to check this out because I'm telling you, a lot of people, they're having these YouTube videos about GraphQL and they really aren't showing you how to do it. They're wasting your time. And time is money. You know, get this information, put the word out to everybody who wants to learn how to use GraphQL because it's the way of the future.
Okay, so everyone, let's talk about this. This is a different GraphQL API, and this is our data. So this file, which you can download from my GitHub, is called fighterdata.js, and you can find the URL in the description of this video. It has a list of fighters. Let's go over this list. They all have an ID, usually strings with an integer in there, right? So first one is Israel Adesanya, 23-1, 32. These are all UFC middleweight fighters, and I have 9 of them. They're all separated by different things: birth date, record age, name, primary martial art, team, and hometown. Okay. And you know, I have Israel Adesanya, Robert Whitaker, Paulo Costa, Jared Cannonier, Derek Brunson, Marvin Vittori, Jack Hermanson, Darren Till, Sean Strickland. Okay. And this is how you create the data in when you're creating a GraphQL service. Here's the type definition. Again, the type definition in iOS and mobile development will be the equivalent. The type definition is the equivalent of the object model. Okay, basically this defines the data right here. So, and this is how we use it. And of course, you have your resolver that has your methods that does the actual querying part. So, and of course, these you get your fighter, right? This one is a search based on ID, hometown, and your primary martial art. Okay, now let's go ahead and let's run this, right? So you go back. How do we start our server? We'll say npm start. Oh, and by the way, another thing I want you to do is when you create your project, remember to go into your packages.json and add start nomon.index.js. Okay? And without this line, it's not gonna work. Okay? So yeah, we're gonna go here, say npm start. And now our thing is running on localhost 400. Let me go to our Google Explorer sandbox, and right here I can still go do this right here. 400, right? And so this is, I'm going to do a search by martial art, right? And I'll run it. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Who do we get back? We have Paulo Costa, Jack Hermanson. We can come.
All right, I gotta ask you people for one favor. Please, if you find this information useful, please smash that like button and smash that subscribe button. It helps with the YouTube algorithm and it helps me put information out that will get you guys employed so you can become productive members of the iOS mobile development community.
Here we can say wrestling, right? Stop. Oh my gosh, I hate this thing gets in the way. Okay. Okay, wrestling. Derek Brunson. Say kickboxing. Israel Adesanya. See? And you can also do the searches with these other methods as well. Fighter by hometown, right? So I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna say, get rid of this right here. Get rid of that, right? And we'll say fighter by hometown. String, fighter by hometown, and we'll get rid of this. Okay, and hometown to say name and ID. So, but we also need to get rid of this right here, hometown, and let's find a viable hometown. I think one of the viable hometowns would be Auckland, New Zealand, right? C, go back here. Auckland, New Zealand, Israel Adesanya, right? So, and then of course you can get back all of the fighters. Let's go back here. Let's get back all the fighters to see what we have. Right, so I'm going to get rid of this. Right, and get rid of all this. Get rid of this. Fighters, name, ID, primary martial art. We'll run that right there. Ooh, let's see. Now we have, so let me see what this is. Okay, so I'm able to get this working. I don't know why it works, but yeah. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this. Let me go back here. And I'm going to get rid of this fighter. I'm going to say fighter ID, and I'm going to say name, martial art, primary martial art, and ID is fighter ID, and I'm going to say fighter ID equals three. Paulo Costa. Yeah, so this is one way to do this, right? And because I have this documentation, all I have to do is kind of click the button, say query, fighters by martial arts query, fighter, Queuery. I can get rid of this here, get rid of this here, and I can look for anything I want, right? Close that out. It's all right. Right here, and I can go back here. So right here, I can click on any of these and make the type of search that I want to. Click that. There you go. Name. Right? ID, right? And the primary martial arts is what? Let's say Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, right? And if I want to just double check it, here, fighter data, right here, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. C, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Paulo Costa and Jack Hermanson. So yeah, hopefully this works for you, and on to the next.